โอ้ไปด่าใครก็แล้วไปด่าใครก็แล้ว
อาจารย์อำนาจมาแล้วครับผมสวัสดีครับอาจารย์อำนาจอีกครั้งครับ
ครับ
ค
ส
รับ
วัสดีครับอาจารย์อำนาจครับสวัสดีครับอาจารย์
ครับ
อาจารย์อำนาจมาแล้ว
แสดงว่าโอเคครับครบแล้วครับอาจารย์นิสิต
อาจารย์อำนาจไม่ยอมเปิดไมค์อ่ะหายไปพักเดียวปิดไมค์แล้วไม่ยอมเปิดเลย
นมัสการไปหลายรอบแล้วไม่เพิ่งเปิดไมค์ครับ
มาหลายรอบแล้ว
กราบนมัสการอีกรอบครับท่านอาจารย์สมพงษ์ท่านอาจารย์คุณครับ
ครับสวัสดีครับอาจารย์ครับ
Okay, who is the moderator at afternoon today? The chairman.
ก็ครับ
สวัสดีค่ะอาจารย์
Oh, good
as
afternoon.
observer our PhD
Observer.
observer
The staff has meeting so I come instead อาจารย์
Okay. Oh, the beautiful girl. Okay, I know her.
so shall we start the meeting อา
ก็
จารย์
เราไม่มีโมเดเลเตอร์ครับอาจารย์ก็พระเดชพระคุณสอบได้เลยครับอาจารย์
Okay.
ครับ
The first one. Who is the first one?
Sihadaja Venerable
Sihadaja.
Sihadaja yes
You?
not me Venerable
I think you. Okay. Sianaja.
Yes,
Have you
Ajahn.
come already?
Yes, Ajahn.
I didn't see I didn't see you.
Yes, Ajahn.
You turn on your camera already?
he
Yes,
is
Ajahn.
turning หน่อยครับอาจารย์
Alright.
Venerable ศรีหะจะโอเค
Yes, Ajahn.
Okay, I just see you. Okay. Are you ready to present your presentation?
Yes, Ajahn. Thank you.
Okay.
Có tâm luôn Ajahn, có Ajahn có máy số bây giờ
Okay.
có máy giờ sẽ
Okay. You can
complete.
start right now. Okay.
Yes, Ajahn.
Recording in progress.
Okay. Start to record.
My name is Sihadaja, PH.D. student. I'm
Okay.
BSc.
Sianaja, you have time only 10 minutes. Okay.
Yes, Ajahn. Thank you, Ajahn.
Okay.
I'm BSc, MCU. My student ID is 20110617. This is for different Asian. The topic is the Buddhist guideline for multicultural living in harmony for foreign students. Or MCU, Chulalongkorn Raja Udaya University, Wan Mai, Ayutthaya, province, Thailand. My supervisor is Associate Professor Dr. Sandu Matanadu Satang, Associate Professor Dr. Prama Sompo Kunakara.
Kunakara.
Interesting.
Okay.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Coexisting problem in multicultural context refer to the challenges and that's right when people from different cultures and backgrounds live together. These challenges can include misunderstanding, stereotypes, communication barriers, and conflicts arising from the cultural differences in values, beliefs, and behaviors. Addressing the coexistence problem requires fostering cultural sensitivity, promoting dialogue, and implementing policies that support diversity, inclusion, that mutual respect or more individuals from various cultural backgrounds. Claiming is peaceful happiness, both also meditation. Insight is a clear understanding of both Buddha said meditation. When we strive for personal work, personal meditation, we gain peace of mind, understand the concepts of physical form, and then reduce our patience. Mindfulness meditation are key practices that help individuals observe their minds, understand the root of the suffering, to transfer these emotions into wisdom and compassion. Finally, the important thing is to be applying, to be able to practice mindfulness on Kaya Kamma Metta, Vaci Kamma Metta, No Kamma Metta. The body of knowledge, and in the chapter 1, the problem of the international studies is discrimination difference in the cultures. In Buddhism, in the case of the problem is ignorance, especially the ignorance of the nature of the reality. The ignorance encompasses misunderstanding the nature of the self. The impermanence of things and the precipitated case of the apple karma. that this can be alleviated by the regulation and body structuring as a state of the correlation, Saraniya Dhamma. In the chapter 3, the dropping of the borders and then the regulation meditation program of the MCU and making a harmonious way for international students of multicultural living in MCU. It will be based entry for international students who live in different cultures. However, only when the practitioner practice meditation, it can only be helpful and it can apply not only international students but also multicultural countries. The way to achieve qualities for students is to follow the rules and regulation of practice teaching of the Buddha. And firstly, one of the best way for international students to maintain their minds is mindfulness meditation. They are exercise meditation, upasana, and clear meditation, samatha. In fact, the two besides phase also the same process. The claim is peaceful, happiness, Buddha meditation. Exercise creates understanding, Buddha says meditation. When we strive for upasana meditation, we gain peace of mind and understand the concepts of the physical forms that reduce our patience. Buddhism and the rule and regulation meditation program create harmony for international students of MCU. However, practice the Dhamma and unity will depend on the attitude of everyone. That fact support the purpose of this study, the patience, the guidance, and joining for each other in multicultural awareness. Social disciplines and Dhamma for the social life, harmony for multicultural living. Saraniya Dhamma virtual for the living is a way to achieve quality for students. Saraniya Dhamma virtual for the living guide the various practice to overcome the problem. With loving kindness, cultivating the attitude of goodwill and kindness toward all beings, which is then happiness and well-being. Corona compassion, the feeling the empty toward those who are suffering, wishing the alleviate for sufferings. Mudita says join, talking join in happiness and achievement of others, rather than the feeling envy or jealousy. Upika equanimity, making the clean and blessed for the mind, especially in difficult situations. Recognize the change in the nature of life. Samathitas, the quality of the mind or harmony. Cultivating the mind that sees quality in all beings, non-discrimination or favors some over others, such as favor confidence, having confidence in the Dhamma, in the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha, and in moral as is teaching of the Buddha. In the conclusion, finally, Dhamma practice will be clear and where or the green and the angle, and it will create a peaceful man. If wisdom and compassion create in the heart and apply in the real life, one will have peaceful life. In fact, the key in Buddhism, different views and different expression. At the end, differences are not important. For Buddha taught what to do, how to apply the Dhamma. In the practical life, the main important thing, it is pleasant. Thank you so much. Thank you very much, Ajahn.
Thank you very much, Sihanacha.
Thank you,
Okay,
Ajahn.
you present in the look like the ancient style, but you can stop on time. It's very good.
Yeah, thank you, Ajahn.
So many students show in the modern style, but cannot stop on time.
Yes, Ajahn. This is Ajahn Galaymi, Ajahn. Thank you,
Okay,
Ajahn.
good. Yes. Please stop your sharing, Phante.
Yes, Ajahn.
Okay, stop your share. We have the team of advisor, Dr. Sanu and Pramaha Sompong, but wait for give commentation to your student. But I have team of the commentators. First, I would like to start from the Ajahn Amnat, firstly. Ajahn, are you ready? Are you ready
Okay.
to
Yes,
present?
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, welcome. You can share. Yes.
Oh,
Well, you work hard, you can show this.
Ajahn Paiwan, let me share my PowerPoint, please, because I have improved something inside.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
It's about the Venerable Sihadacha. So,
Yes,
the first thing, don't worry about the contents which you presented, but I would like to pay attention to the research process. That because if you have the clear in the research process, it will support your working. That is clear or not. About the first one for the abstract, when you show or present the abstracts of the research, like only general conclusion, it's not straight to the objectives. Like about the first objective, you to explore the coexistence problem of foreign student of MCU. What about the coexistence problem of the foreign student? Please clear. And explain that. What about? Then the rule and regulation for MCU foreign student. What about this? And in the second sector of the abstract is to talk about the Buddhist doctrine for living in harmony. What about this? And the answer which matching was the problem and regulation about the Buddhist doctrine. It's a match to the problem and regulation which have the problem. And the last one, the Buddhist guideline for multicultural living in harmony. Maybe you have a lot of contents and searching very good inside. It show on the chapter number 4. Why don't you show the process or show the step or show the method of not only Buddhist guideline? When you said Buddhist guideline is not straight up at the step, at the process, how to propose of how to promote multicultural living like that. You have a lot inside. If you clear at the first of abstract, everybody read your abstract. It's all clear. What's the problem? What's the existent problem? What the Buddhist doctrine we should use, and what the step to propose to promote guideline or to promote the multicultural living by this only. Because this is like a title. It's not clear. If I read the abstract and I understood in abstract, no need to read inside. This is my opinion. That's okay. Then go to the like this abstract. In the research process, you use SWOT analysis, but inside you not talk about the SWOT analysis. Because when the coexistence problem, you got the data information of the problem by SWOT analysis. Then we show this because this is a very important method for SWOT analysis. And you use SWOT analysis 2 steps. At the first step, you use SWOT analysis to search about the problem. At the second step, you use the SWOT analysis for the the problem of the rule and regulation for MCU, that right? Then it's clear about step by step like this. It's clear. Then this is a format structure for abstract which you would like to present. The first one talk about the consistent problem for foreign student of MCU are by SWOT analysis, weakness point and threat of the problem of the coexistence, because weakness and threat may be lead to be the dissolution. Then the second 2.1, the rules and regulation for MCU for a student by SWOT analysis. What is the weak point of the rule and regulation? What is the threat? And what is the strength point that you can serve the strength point, but you will resolve the weak point and to treat of them. And 2.2, Buddhist doctrine for living in harmony. What's about this doctrine, this Buddhist doctrine, which matching to the problem, to the soul to the problem, and the soul to the rule and regulation, like this. If you show, it's clear about the 1 and 2. And the factor of the multicultural awareness of the social discipline of the Dhamma for social life is about this. Is in the cover of the factor like this. The next Buddhist guideline for multicultural living in harmony for foreign students is like I said, I think you would further the process for multicultural or the step or the method, because the data and information which you search is enough for set the process, for set the step, for set the program or method a lot. By this is make the valuable of about this research. Then the subscript of the Buddhist guideline which you present is about the multicultural awareness. You find out in the first step ROB, that right? You search DHADRRALMG. This is with good knowledge about that. And social discipline, RRLSSAFS. It's a good one. And Dhamma for social life, Salaniyatham. You said MBVSMS. By this knowledge, about this data, can set the promotion program. This is maybe the suggestion of your research. It's made like this. When I read this abstracts, oh, very clear. It's about the problem, about the method, about the step, about the process to promote multicultural, right? Maybe like this. Okay. Yeah, you have a lot of information in the chapter number 4. Read already. Very good. That's right. Then in the figure 1.2 research process on the page 27, you like this, you show like this. Good. First one, approve and confirm. Then when you want to use show the input process, the process of this research, is in the side, left-hand side, is the 1 and 2, the first objective and the second objective, to explore the coexistence and to study the rule and regulation. This is input. In the process, it start up at the method which you use. You use a qualitative research by documentary and interview. And then SWOT analysis method. Don't forget that, right? You put inside mouth, you improve one to be have the SWOT analysis because you use. And then the second step, qualitative research again, documentary and interview, like this. The process in 1.2, you got the strength point, weak point, opportunity, and threat result of the SWOT analysis. You got it. And the problem causes, the issue would be solving. Where for solving? Some suggestion. You can get 1 to 5 by SWOT analysis clear. Maybe you have interview to support more about that. It's a very good one. And 2.2, where to solve the problem. Buddhist doctrine, living together, integrate the way to live together. Like this is get from the second step, and write this. And you use the 1.2 and 2.2 to draft the Buddhist guideline for multicultural living in harmony and set the process, approving, confirm, and propose. This is we clear anything about this. Do you fill up about the SWOT and anything inside to completely about the research process which you present on the page number 27, like this.
Yeah.
And then, okay, clear about the research methodology. Okay, what is this? Qualitative research. In this research, there are 3 main steps. The first step, to explore the coexistence problem of the foreign student. This side is a qualitative research. The first one, documentary study to explore the coexistence problem. Number 2, interview form. Number 1, you don't separate the interview form, but the interview form not only one interview. When you present the interview form, you have the only one form, but you use in the different stage. In the first one about the interview number 1, you talk question asking about the problem situation, causes, impact, and suggestion for solving. But the interview form number 2, in the second step, what you're talking about? You're talking about the Buddhist doctrine for living in harmony, right? Because the key informant who give the information is different. The first group is talk about the problem. That is the informant is in the area, in the group of the foreign student. But the informant who give the information about Buddhist doctrine for living in harmony, that is specialist about Buddhism, right? Then it's a different group. You please to separate. It's clearly for about this. Then, okay, back up to the step number 1. You use documentary study, you use interview form number 1, and you use SWOT analysis method for searching strength point, weak point, opportunity, and for about coexistence problem. This is the first SWOT analysis. Then population and key informant. Documentary study in this research is the population is document type. This is document. About the document? Report, research report, article, books. That is a population of the document. And you select about the sample. The sample is meaning number of the document, number of research report, number of article, number of book which you use. And then when you use interview method, you use key informant group. Number 1, who? Please clear about the informant group in number 1. And SWOT analysis, key information group, that is the same of the SWOT analysis in the second step. Not only because, but the first step of the SWOT analysis is search about the coexistence problem. Then go to the instrument. Documentary study, you use note paper and notebook, up to you. And interview method, you use interview form number 1. Yes, and you explain about how to make it, how to developing, how to evaluate, how to testing for the interview form, like this. And go to the SWOT technique. You use group discussion for SWOT technique, right? in data collecting is a use record, and data analysis is use the main point by content analysis. This clear about the first step. Then to the step number 2, study the rule and regulation of MCU's foreign student and Buddhist doctrine for living in harmony. The research design is qualitative research, and document study the rule and regulation for MCU, and the second, Buddhist doctrine for living harmony. Interview method, this is the interview form number 2. The question in this step is the Buddhist doctrine for living in harmony, right? For SWOT analysis method of searching about the rule and regulation for MCU student. Next, population and key informant. Documentary study is a population about a document type like you use, and symbol, what about number of report. And interview method is a key informant question. Group number 2, who? Specialist in Buddhism, like this. Then for the SWOT analysis, it's the same group of the one, the first step. Instrument, use the note paper and notebook. Interview method is the interview form number 2. SWOT analysis is a group discussion. And data collecting is a recorded. Data analysis, content analysis, to analysis of Buddhist guideline for multicultural living in MCU. This is right. Then step number 3, to propose the Buddhist process for multicultural living in harmony. Research design, this is a lot of sub-steps. We have 6 sub-steps for the step number 3. First one, documentary study the rule. Number 2, mix together for the document study. And number 2, not analyze, you use analyze. You use synthesize. In this step, is synthesize from the result number 1 and number 2. Synthesize together what Buddhist process for multicultural. And after that, when you synthesize already, you draft the Buddhist process or Buddhist way, which one. After draft, it's make clear that the draft Buddhist process is good or not. You checking feasibility by the based on the 5 or 7 scholars like this, and then the scholar group maybe have some suggestion. You improving in the sub step number 5, improving as the scholar advice. And then to make the process to be completed. And the last one, to propose the process of Buddhist process for multicultural living. It's a complete idea. And then clear about the key information, about the documentary study for synthesize and drafting. You are the instrument, the leader, the researcher, maybe if you don't use, you only not use the researcher, you can use the workshop or group discussion or brainstorming, up to you. But in this research, you use only the researcher to synthesize and drafting. After that, focus group discussion for feasibility checking. Key informant 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next, the instrument. Documentary study is notebook and maybe note paper. Focus group method is checking form. Improving and proposing is the researcher. Is that you use data collecting, data analysis. You can explain about it. Clear about every step 1, 2, 3, 4. No more doubt. If you clear and separate the step of the research by this way. This way. Okay. This okay. Finish. Yes. Okay. This is my all suggestion for you.
Thank you so
every
much.
step is
Very
okay.
good.
Okay. Thank you so much, the chairman.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Amnat. Okay. Dear Ajahn, you are very lucky. You can get the best suggestion from Ajahn Nath. Next,
Yes,
I would like to invite Ajahn Pravet. Please. Okay, you give your suggestion to student, please.
Okay. Respect Chairman Pramita Vinayroth and on committee. I agree with Dr. Amnath who suggest research methodology. Very good.
Yes. The detail, let Ajahn Pravet.
Okay. For me, I would like to suggest some point. First of all, the title of thesis, วังน้อย comma อยุธยา comma province comma. I think that you choose omit อยุธยา no comma นะ no comma.
Yeah.
อยุธยา province.
Yes, yes.
อยุธยา province comma okay and Thailand okay.
Yeah.
Without comma after อยุธยานะ
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
In your title. And next in abstract I agree with Dr. Amnath. You check first paragraph abstract page number 1 number Roman na.
Yeah.
The data what obtained from them concerned with groups. Data is plural not singular.
Yeah.
Data so that was you can change were data were and not data was. Because data is a singular, data is a plural, not a singular. Datum is a singular. Datum, data, and datum. Okay. And next, okay, chapter 1. Okay, chapter 1. You check review literature. Review literature page number 8. I think that you show research work at least 5 research work. Now you show only 1 or 2, so that you show more than 5 more than. And after review finish, you ought to give a conclusion also in the last page number 21. After finish review literature, you ought to give conclusion of review research work and document also. You give conclusion. You show previous research work in the last time and your research work. What is gap of knowledge? Between your research work and previous research work. You show also your work differ previous research work. You show in this paragraph in conclusion, page number 21.
Okay.
And chapter 5 discussion. You ought to show review of literature research work. This review of related literature and research work support discussion also in the chapter 5. Your discussion without discussion in the chapter 5. Now I read your work in chapter 5 without discussion, so that you don't write discussion now. Okay. And next, in chapter 2, chapter 3. Okay, you review literature chapter. I think that you are make it very good. Chapter 4 also. According to check research methodology, according to Dr. Amnath. And chapter 5, conclusion, discussion and suggestion. Now you don't show discussion. You ought to consult your supervisor again about discussion. And bibliography, you check format again. You check format bibliography. How to write a book, how to write dissertation or thesis, how to write article, how to write some data from internet, and you check first name, second name when you write some difference. You check first name, second name. Second name don't full, only first name. Only first name. And now you check again. Okay, Chairman, my suggest finish now.
Okay, thank you very much, Ajahn. Okay, because Ajahn Nath, he suggests to students so many points. The Ajahn Brovet, he not talk too much because Ajahn Nath talk too much. Okay. Now I would like to listen the suggestion from team of advisor. First, I would like to invite the Pramah Sompong. Please speak in English, not French.
Okay, thank you, Chairman, and the committees. So anyway, I would like to thank three of you to give the suggestion to our student. That's very necessary. Then after that, we are at the team of the researchers for the student, team of the guidance for the student. We will talk each other about the point, the way to revise regarding the committee suggestions. Then we have some point to discuss with student and with the research team. Then to help the student to make the research or dissertations perfect. Thank you for that. For me, nothing for that in here.
Ajahn Sanu.
But I have to go for another meeting. Sorry, I have to go now.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
I will take response from now. Okay, as a team of the advisor, thank you very much to my respect. Can you hear me, Venerable Sir?
Yes, can hear you.
เมธาวิในรถ Associate Professor Dr. from มหามกุฏวิทยาลัย and also to the teams of advisors, อาจารย์ Dr. Amna, อาจารย์ Associate Professor Dr. Pravet in Thongpan. They give, including the chairman, give a very good suggestion. Okay, undoubtedly, I will guide the student to follow off them. I have a little things to share. Okay, this is a very impressive work from Venerable Sihadacha. As I always compliment, this is such a very good manual. Today we have a lot of witnesses. Most of them they come from first year, but they're foreign student. So I think they are so eager, so hungry to read your final guidance. Okay, because this is the guidance given for them. So they will make use of this. Okay, regarding the abstract, all right, I agree with all the supervisors. Again, I'm not mentioned you. This is very, very important. You need to make this as best as you can. Okay, as best as you can. I agree with him because on the second paragraph, when I finish reading, I cannot get any new knowledge, the real finding. But when I take a look, reading inside each chapter, I get a lot of knowledge. So this is something that you should improve. Okay. Especially to the second paragraph, you need to include that the first knowledge from the first objective, second and the third one. Okay, focus more on the last objective because the last objective is the aim to offer for the guideline, right? Something like that. Talk about the table of content. I have a little suggestions on chapter 4. Okay, the names of the chapter 4 is Buddhist guideline. It's begin with Buddhist guideline, but when I take a look in the topic, the topic 4.4, it's not Buddhist guideline, right? It's the harmony way. You may change, okay? You may change from the harmony way to a Buddhist guideline for and so on. Okay. The content inside is good. You mentioned about a lot of guidelines, yeah? Subdivided into 3 guidelines, right? The first one is awareness regarding multicultural, right? The second one is self-discipline, and the third one is the social dhamma, something like that. And are you focusing on only the 6 factors of Saraniya Dhamma? Saraniya Dhamma is the key, right? According to the third guidance, is it correct? If so, you can put the Saraniya Dhamma to the topic, the third topic, such as Saraniya Dhamma as the Dhamma for social life. Okay, this is to clarify the third guidance. Okay, whenever the reader they read your findings, they do not need to make a doubt. Oh, what is that? Oh, what inside? Something like that. Okay, when they read the content inside the Dhamma for social life, they will later on realize that, oh, these are the 6 factors of conciliation. So I think if you put, like I suggest, you will make Saraniya Dhamma as one of your heroes. You have 3 heroes, okay, based on the 3 guidance, something like that. And I must compliment you. You have a lot of footnotes, a lot of references. This is very good. You interview a lot of key informants, right? Things like that. When I take a look at the figure 4.4, page number 157. One thing I like about your figure is that you have a lot of abbreviations. It's like a code, right? But sometimes I think it is too many, right? Don't you think? For example, page number 157, you put 1 triangle pyramid, yeah, and then you put like 6 abbreviation: F, R, L, S, A, S. What are they? Somebody laughing. Why don't you just put it in the figure? Why you need to explain again? It's very easy, right? I think it should be better because the term, that each term doesn't long, right? F should be, F is what? For the board. What is it? Respect, right? Please put them into that so that the readers will not, move their eyes up and in order to find just only abbreviation. I think it's better than this. Okay. Something like that.
3, 4.
Okay. Then last of my suggestion. That one thing I love most about this is that the third guidance you mentioned on the only 6 factors of reconciliations, namely Saraniya Dhamma, where other dissertation or thesis they suggest a lot of doctrines. Some of them, most of the time, too many. Something, but for you suggest few, but it's seriously usable. I think Saraniya Dhamma in this case cover all. It's very good. Okay. But when I take a look at the figure 4.5, page number 163, I think it is in the wrong place, right? You put it after you finish only the 3 first, Metta Kaya Kamma, Vaci Kamma, and Mano Kamma. I think you should move to the last one when you mention completely the 6 of them. Okay. Okay. One of the last for me. That when you're talking about Saraniya Dhamma, the Buddha make clear is that the first 3 is not just only mental Kamma, Vaci Kamma, Mano Kamma. No. The Buddha had the metta in front. That is to say, metta kaya kamma, metta vaci kamma, and metta mano kamma. To remove them. You remove them out. This is wrong. Please bring back the metta in front of, okay? Metta kayakam, metta vajikam, metta manokam. It's not just general karma.
It's like
Right? The same to factor number 4, 6, and 5. It should be the same equality. Equality in morality, sila samanyata, and equality in will, ditti samanyata. But your English translation, you use differently. You use moral equality to sila samanyata. But when ditti samanyata, you use same ideology. Why you don't use equality or same? I mean, if you use equality, you should mention moral equality and will equality. Or if you like same morality or same will, both are fine for me, okay? But please use same. Please use 5 and 6 same. Please do not mix between ideology. I'm a little bit confused on you. Okay, equality mixed with same, or same mixed with equality. You use one, okay? Something like that. This is to simplify the doctrines. If you use differently, the readers will very, confused. Especially when you are presenting a model. A model should be something that very easy to interpret, right? And again, you put abbreviations MBSMS. Sorry, honestly, I don't like it. Maybe we can talk later on, okay? Maybe 3L, LLL, SEE means loving kindness. E means equality or something like that. But this is not the main thing, okay? I'd like to give back to your work. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for
Ajahn Sanu, I don't understand why you do like this. See, Ajahn, he can get the good word from many good word from Ajahn Amnat, but you have many problem on his work. Okay, don't worry, Ajahn. Different view, Ajahn Amnat stay on the right side, but Ajahn stay on the left side, maybe different side. Okay. For me, I have the 8 point to explain to you, to tell you, but now I will talk to you only 4 points, and I will send my commentation on paper to THERAVADA. Okay, you can get it.
Yes,
from
the chairman. The chairman. Is have the last one of mine. Venerable Sadacha,
if you would like to talk,
would you please to at the last of the chapter 4, would you please to set the model?
Set the model.
Yes, or the process. Like about process of the way, like of to harmony, to cultural harmony, because you have a lot of knowledge when you search. If you set the figure of the process of the multicultural harmony, this is very good for your work, for your research. Only one page. Use the 1, 2, 3 point the Buddhist way of 3, and we have the problem about the multicultural of the foreign student, and use the Buddhist way 1, 2, 3, 5, and its outcome is the happy life in the for the foreigner. Like this, so we make a good one.
Okay.
Thank you so much for it.
Thank you so much.
Welcome. Okay. In your abstract, in the second page, your abstract, you have the. I think you should check about English grammar all in the abstract. Okay. Because some point it had make the reader confused about your grammar. Okay. And the second point, on page number 22, I think you are confused about the research methodology. Your work, you use the qualitative research methodology, okay? But you talk about the quantitative research too. It is not good. You can check on page number 24. Okay. 22. Sorry. And third point on page number 68. In the conclusion, I think in the conclusion of chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, you have to add the detail about the data that you talk in each chapter. You understand? Okay. But in your work, in conclusion, in your work, you show only the main point, but you don't say some point about the detail. If you talk about detail a little bit, it's okay. Okay. And look like you go to see the new house. You see only the holistic of house, but salesman don't open the room for you. See, you don't pay attention about that house. I think so. Yes, your work too. If you would like to let the leader pay attention about your work, you have to show the not only about a big point and detail too. Okay. Yes. And the last one in the last chapter, chapter 5. You know, but now every research for MA course and the PhD course of MCU, the student have to write discussion, but in your work is lack. I mean, without the discussion in chapter 5. Okay. Okay. I would like to talk with you about 4 points, but the left point I think you can read from my paper I sent to office. Okay. Chan Pravet, do you have any point to talk?
No, thank you, sir.
Okay. I think you have only one sentence. See you again, like that. Oh, I sorry everyone. I talk because usually I will see Chan Pravet many times when we and see
you
together.
again.
We talk. Okay, see you again like this. Okay, Sriaraja, please say thank you to committee, please.
Thank you.
Add your student, please say thank you to
Can you
committee.
make it longer?
Thank you, examination committee and my supervisor, Yazanu, and chairperson, and our suggestion scholar. Thank you so much, and students and officers. Thank you so much.
Okay. Today you look so good, Sriaraja. The first time I saw you through the you're not good like this.
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, chairperson. Thank you.
I already sent my result. Would you like to make announcement?
Yeah. Okay, every member of committee, please send result of examination to the Than Paiwan by line. It has to show the display, in the line already now. Okay. Let me. Okay, I will send to.
So now PL, you are working instead of Venerable Paiwan, right? Correct? Is Venerable Paiwan here? No, he is in the meeting room, right?
Yes.
Okay, so he said that you are working instead of him, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, let's
พอดีส่งท่านไพวันไปประชุมแทนครับท่านก็เลยส่งเพียวครับอาจารย์เป็นจิตอาสาแล้วก็เป็นcoordinator PhD กับ MA ชั่วคราวครับ
Oh, okay.
ผู้หญิงเนี่ยครับชื่อเพียว
Okay.
ตอนนี้เอาเธอมาช่วยงานชั่วคราว
Okay, first one, Sihanaja. Sihanaja, okay. Sihanaja.
So second one, Venerable Penyasara. Are you ready to present?
No, Pio, please wait for
Please wait for the committee give the result of examination to Sihanaja first. After that, you can call next student, okay? Let me see. Okay. First. Okay. No. For me, Sihanaja. Okay. Can you correct all about the result of this examination from member of committee? Here, can you see?
The light ID with Honorable Ivan, I cannot.
Okay. Everyone can send the result of exam to the secretary of curriculum. But after the Ajahn Paiwan come back
Yes,
from the
okay,
committee.
Ajahn, can announce later, right?
Okay. Now I can announce about the he passed and okay. Sianacha,
Yes, yeah.
I cannot tell you can got A or B like that, but I can show you only you pass or doesn't pass. Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Yes,
But now by the result of the committee, you can pass examination today. It means you can be full PhD now. Congratulations.
Thank you, Ajahn. Thank you so much.
Okay. Full degree, PhD. Okay. Next one, Phil, you can call.
Okay, Ajahn. Second one, Venerable Penyasara.
Penyasara. Okay.
If you are ready, you can present.
He has already, I think so. But now it's only the father Daniel only. Penyasara, please, you can present right now, please.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good afternoon, all attend all the examination committees, especially and respect the mode, the Venerable Associate Professor.
Penyasara, please don't forget to have only 10 minutes, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
And all agents, especially the good afternoon, Ajahn and Jabrawit, also my supervisor, who is the more Venerable, who are the most, the Associate Professor, Dr. Sanus, Associate Professor Dr. Prat Manatugum. So today my dissertation is the Buddhist way of healthy living for people in the ND era. So my research objectives number one, objective one, to study the issue of the unhealthy life for people in the ND era. Objective two, to study the healthy living as divided in the Buddhist culture. Objective three, to suggest Buddhist ways of healthy living for the people in the ND era. So the streaming out the program designed to know to stream the question one was the issue of healthy life for people in the ND era. The streamer two was healthy living as divided in the Buddhist culture. Streamer three, but when the Buddhist way of the healthy living for people in the ND era. I'm going to discuss with some scholar in the THERAVADA, this streamer question. So mind control prevent the issue of unhealthy life for people in the era. Going to when the donation of ND to the issue of ND, the issue of unhealthy life, the issue of ND to the issue of unhealthy life from the ND physical illness and mental illness. But to the healthy living as divided in the Buddhist culture, the healthy living, physical health and mental health, unhealthy living, physical illness and mental illness. They are going to the integrating to analyze it as the sciences and integrating, going to the Buddhist way or healthy living for people in the era. So my research process, input process and input process and output. Number one, to study issue of unhealthy life for people in the information technology era. The document already studied interview methods. So go to the definition of ND issue and the issue of unhealthy living for ND physical illness and mental illness. Number two, to study healthy living as divided in the Buddhist culture. Documentary study interview method. Healthy living, the physical health and mental health. Healthy living, the physical illness and mental illness. To go into there to suggest Buddhist ways of healthy living for people in the ND era. So let's go to my chapter 2. the research started in this world studied the issue and had the light for people in the information technology era to deal with non-Buddhism. Most of the people are surrounded with various technology and logical relevance. Nowadays, technology are increasing in the use of technology such as result and the build integration of the technology into the daily lives of people. For every year, we can see that the diversity of the technology increase and goes into the daily lives of people, providing technologies such as the handheld, tablet, smartphones, a computer, etc. to who using technology for long years and over time. They can get knowledge, impact all the information technology in their daily activities, but also negative effects of the information such as the physical and mental illness from the IND. So this is the chapter 2, the process. They're going to the one to this, the issue of unhealthy life for people in the IND era. Chapter 1 to do the definition of the information technology. So what is the definition of the IND era? I already mentioned in the chapter 2. Number 2, the issue of information technology in our daily activities. The issue of the positive and negative effects and the error. So we can see that some people they get the positive effects, some people they got the negative effects from the anti-error. Number 3, the issue of the unhealthy living, information and communication technologies. So going to the issue of unhealthy living, physical and mental illness. We can get to the some people using technology, they can get the physical illness. Also, they can get the mental illness. So what is a physical illness? What is a physical illness? Some people they got the using technology, the long time, the real time in front of the computer, using the phone, they get eyes, the headaches, the baggage, the knees, insurer, the many also they can get some the disease from the using and error. Also, they can get many illness from the anti-error. Some people they got depression, anxiety, mental illness, and mental disorder from the using anti-error. So number 4, the lives of people with healthy living. They're going to the living with the physical and mental health. Also, the some scholar, the certain non-Buddhist scholar, they mentioned their God, their physical and mental health from the.
Excuse me, Venerable Panyasara, you left time around 3 minutes, please.
Okay, yeah. So let's go to the chapter 3. The chapter 3 explore the healthy living as the Buddhist scripture says the healthy living approach to the 4 methods or originate from Vidima. Vidima Bitagat and healthy living approach to the 7 fatals, the enlightenment, voting as some units, voting as some unit, and the sense of the from the some unit. More via from the body and the commentaries and psychometry and Buddhist scholar. This is my chapter 3 process. Number 2, the healthy living as developed in the Buddhist scripture. We can see that many soldiers Buddha mentioned many soldiers from the healthy living. But when healthy living according to the Buddha view, what is physical health, what is mental health? Number 2, mental and physical illness in Buddhism. Sometimes we can care who do get mental illness, effect in the physical illness. Some people who do physical illness effect on the mental illness. I already mentioned in the chapter 3, there are some Mac and Nance to feel like this. Number 3, the origin of the healthy living in Buddhism. Camera can say Utuhara. This is very important to lead with the healthy living. Number 4, healthy living practice to 7 pillars enlightenment. These 7 pillars are the most important to practice to get the healthy living. Number 5, the healthy living practice to the moral behavior in the Buddhism. So going to the philosophy of the moral behavior action, philosophy of the moral verbal actions, and philosophy of the moral mental actions. So this is I'm going to result the chapter 3 process. The last chapter process is very important for my research. This chapter is very important dissertation because of the researcher is establish the policy way of the healthy living for people in the era. According to their mind, chapter 3, the process. So mind the full process. This is the last, the objective 3, the body's ways of healthy living for people in the era. I had got 3 ways from the mind research. Number 1 way is the body's way out to lead good physical health. How to lead good physical health? I already mentioned in the report. This is number 1 way. Number 1, the way to exercise posture, our body posture, the sitting, the standing, lying, we can see the posture to balance our body posture to good physical health. Number 2, the way of eating foods. Also, the most important our healthy living. Number 3, the way of the personal hygiene, way to clean our body and every day. Also, our room, our environment, way to clean. So this is the very important. Number 1 is to good the physical health. Number 2 way is the body's way to lead good mental health. This is the way of the thinking. Thinking also the most important our mind process. The Buddha said find the way to good thinking when we got mental illness. Also number 2, the way of feeling. Number 3, the way to manage mental illness. Also this number 2 ways to support our mental health. So the last way is the body's way to lead perfect body and mind health. I already mentioned number 1, body ways of healthy living with offering donut. Also the most important to get our happiness. Who do you donate? Some people. Number 2, the body's way of healthy living with morally sila. Number 3, the body's way of healthy living with meditation bhavana. Number 3, the body's way of healthy living with 7 pillars of enlightenment. So the mind image dissertation result, I had got 3 ways to support our healthy living. This is important the mind image results. So the conclusion.
Go to the okay. Go to the chapter 5, please.
There is
okay.
This is my conclusion. Especially I forget to mention my.
Okay.
Thank you very much for their answer.
Your time is over. Okay. Thank you very much, Sarah. I would like to let our students who present presentation practice to keep and stop on time, because when we go to the world class to talk, we have to seriously about the stop your speaking on time. Okay. Now, I would like to invite the commentator or a member of committee to give suggestion to you, Panya Sarah. Are you happy today?
Yeah, I'm very happy.
Okay. I would like to invite as a Professor Dr. Ajahn Amnat Panya Bosile. Ajahn, please give your comment to student, please.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Chairman.
Are you tired? Okay.
Yes. Okay. Anasara.
Yeah.
Mr. A good presentation, and don't worry about the knowledge of Buddhism which you present, but you straight up at the like a principle, theory of the knowledge and mix together. Only that is that then is no doubt about that. But in the research process, I want to have their suggestion about this, because it's not clear in the research process to present. Maybe to make the detail of the research process more than it. Like start from the abstract. You have three objectives to present. The first one is the unhealthy life for people in the information in the IT era, like that. And the second, healthy livings in the Buddhist scripture. It's good karma training verified, like the 7 factor, like this. Okay, it's complete about this. And the Buddhist way of healthy living for people. It's a good physical, good mental, and perfect body, mind health. It's okay, good one. But it's not clear in the research process in step number 1. We use the documentary and interview. This documentary, no doubt, but about interview. You have the 6 question, and you have the present the 8 scholar. The question of mine is which question you use in the first step, and how many key information. Because when I read the detail, when you present the content of the step number 1, is I don't know how the key information in the step number 1 which you use like this. Please clear about that. Then conclusion is 8, because everybody in the 8 key information cannot answer something in the step number 1. Right? Please pick up this who else who give the answer for the first step, right? Because the first one is the unhealthy life for people in the IT era. And then the second one, healthy living in Buddhist scripture. This is the which question in interview form. You have 6 questions. You use in the second step. It's different about this. And the last step, by the sequence of the research methodology, the result from the first step and the result of the second step, you can use to mix up or integrate to be the answer in the third step, right? Like you see in my picture, like this. When have the first step, conclusion of documentary interview, unhealthy life for people in the IT era. And the second step, healthy living in Buddhist scripture in the page number 138, like this. You have, it's a completely about the solution, about the data and information which you search. Then in the third step, suggest Buddhist way for healthy living for people in the IT era. You use the result of the first step and the second step to mix together for our healthy life and healthy life like this. And to draft the Buddhist way of healthy living. In this step, have the interview or not? This is not clear for me. When I read, you have the data and information present, right? And then talk about the feasibility checking, focus group discussion. You don't show in your explaining who is the key informant for focus group, about 5 scholar or 6 scholar or be 8 scholar or not, like this. Please show about this. Will you clear this is anything, no doubt, because you have the finding the answer of the step number 1 and number 2 is clear. This is very clear, but it's not come from what come from documentary and from the key information about this, like this, and then like this. Yes, this is my question. when I see in the every step, the first step, you have the issue method, data source, instrument, correcting, and the data analysis. Okay, but about the 8 key information, not clear. About the fraction, not clear what to use. Like in the second step, the same one. Like in the third step, same one. In the third step, don't talk about the feasibility checking. No have. Please fulfill about this to make completely for that. And then the last point. This is research in page number 18. That's right. You show this. You show in deep interview focus group discussion for checking. That's right. You have here, but no showing about this. In the page number 209, figure number 4.8 is a good one. In this step, you can say the Buddhist process of healthy living for people in the IT era, right? That guideline, that way, but the process very clear about your figure, yeah. But I have a suggestion for this figure like this. That is, when you show your figure, it's a more like what how can I say it? How can I say? It's a very it's some confused about the Buddhist way. Anything you put up and go to the Buddhist way of healthy living for people in the IT era. But in the fact like this, is the process of input, process, and output. This input is a unhealthy living in physical and mental like this and mental like this. And you use the Buddhist way. It's the Buddhist way for physical health, for mental health, for body and mind perfectly. You have a method. In the Buddhist of physical, you have 3 methods. Make the physical well-being. In the Buddhist perfect body mind, you have 4 methods to make the mental well-being. And the last one, the way of mental health, you have a 3 method of a good physical and mental like this. Then this is a Buddhist way, a Buddhist process. And the output is a good, healthy living. This is occur. Maybe by this figure, it's clear. Input, process, and output. And this is your work. Okay. For your consider, which figure which you use is to make more about this. Okay. Anything is clear, very good for the contents of the knowledge which you search, but please fulfill in the research methodology to make clear about this. Okay. Sure. Have anything else? Have some doubt about my suggestion?
Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay. If no more, okay, this is my all suggestion. The chairman, like this one.
Yes, thank you very much, Chan. Okay. Oh, very clear. You show many blocks. Okay, Chan Pravet, please give your suggestion to student. Please turn on your microphone, Chan Pravet, please.
Okay. Chairman, Parliamentary respect. Okay, Dr. Amnat mentioned research methodology. Researcher ought to check
Understand.
again.
You say again, check again.
Check
again. Check again.
And apply according to Dr. Amnat suggest.
Good.
For me, I would like suggest some point. First, abstract. One check grammar, and second, you use words. This research consists of 3 objectives. The word research. This research, I suggest that you ought to use dissertation. Dissertation, not research, because research in general. The word research is very general. Introduction, chapter 3, you see the the healthy living in content in table of contents, chapter 3. The healthy living as depicted in the Buddhist scripture. Buddhist scripture mention such as for origins of healthy 7 factor. So that I would like to give definition the word the Buddhist scripture. Now you don't show definition this word Buddhist scripture in the chapter 1, so that you can see again any topic in chapter 3 you mention the Buddhist scripture, and now you check the topic for research in Buddha teaching in chapter 1. Chapter 1 objective of the research 1.2.2 to study healthy living as depicted in the you have to use the Buddhist scripture now without the in the Buddhist scripture. Okay, next. But in chapter 8, chapter 7, 1.6, 1.5 definition of the term used in the research. Now you don't write Buddhist scripture. What is meaning Buddhist scripture in your research work? Now you don't give definition the word Buddhist scripture, so that you ought to content table of content in chapter 3. Any point you show about Buddhist scripture, and then you ought to give definition the word of Buddhist scripture also. Review of related literature and research work, page number 8. The topic 1.6. When you mention in the chapter 5 discussion, conclusion, discussion, and suggestion. Discussion, when you mention any research work or any document, you ought to pick from review of literature. Now I read some research and some document. You don't mention in this topic 1.6. You check in discussion, and so that review of literature and research work support discussion. Now you don't bring this document to support in discussion. Okay, I mention again in the chapter 5. After finish review literature, you give a conclusion also. Okay, now you make it. In chapter 2, I think that you make it very well. In chapter 3, okay, you mention in a Buddhist scripture. You check footnote again when you refer some Buddha word, and then you refer from Tipitaka, and you write in a footnote also. In the chapter 3, you check reference. In the chapter 4, okay, chapter 4 you analyze it, and chapter 5. Chapter 5 conclusion, okay, discussion. You ought to improve discussion. Page number 216, 5.2 discussion. When you mention some review of literature, such as Muhammad, Abdullah, and when I check in review literature, you don't mention Muhammad. And page number 218, you mention Said Abdullah. but you don't review in literature and research work also. And next, Johnson, you in the same way, John Johnson said that, but you don't review also. Page number 218 and 219. You refer this design course help to support you Chotika, but I checked do Chotika, you don't mention in review literature. And พระพุทธโกษาจารย์ said that you mention in discussion, but you don't review in literature review. So that you ought to check on discussion when you refer any book or any research work and name of book or name of researcher, but you don't review in literature and research work. Okay. And last point, bibliography, you check format and you check for writing according to manual of by classic or school MCU, IBFC format for writing bibliography. Okay, I think that your work is very good, but you ought to improve according Dr. Amnat, and I suggest also finish, Chairman.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ajahn Pravet. Okay, you have give the lovely suggestion to student. It's okay. Now it is the time of the team of advisor. I would like to start from theท่านพระมหานันทกร because he just come. Please, good afternoon, อาจารย์
Okay, good afternoon ครับท่านเจ้าคุณ
Okay, สวัสดีครับ
Good afternoon, the most venerable chairpersons,
Welcome.
committee members, and associate professor Dr. Amnat and associate professor Dr. I forget his name.
Pravet.
Pravet, okay. Because a long time no see you.
Yes.
Long time
Namaskar.
see you. This is the first time after long time see you. And also Ajahn as a Professor Dr. Ajahn Sanu Mahatana Dun. Researcher Venerable Panya Sara.
Yes.
And welcome the observer as appear here in the Zoom online. Yeah, thank you very much, most venerable chair, for invite me to give recommendation. Yes, of course, as I am the co-member of this book, but now there's still many points to comment, to make comment and recommend it. To recommend. There are many points to go. I would like to focus only some serious point. Okay, some serious point that's appear in these works. First of all, appreciate on your work, Panyasara. You have done a lot of papers. How many papers here? 200, right? There are 270 in total number. 270 into total number. That a lot. So this is I appreciate on your efforts. On your effort, you pay much attention on this work. Okay, let's go directly to the point that I would like to recommend. Yeah, first the same to Ajahn Pravet already recommend you on the abstracts. The effect, the first page, that's very important. When the reader come to read your book, your research work, yes, of course, the abstract, they go directly to focus on. So that's why now that the abstract not fit enough, particularly to the grammar, not fit enough, you know. So I would like to invite you to meet someone who expert in grammar or to the mother tongues to correct it again. For the base of your research works, in terms of the grammar problems. And the second one also the same, acknowledgement. Please check, Panyasara. Please check again, okay? Pramaha professor, there is no Pramaha professor in this university, so please. Pramaha professor, there is no in this university, Pramaha professor. So be careful. Be careful in your acknowledgement. Pratham Vajrabandit also, he changed the ranking. Not now, not the recent ranking. So please seek the information from the office for the right spelling. His ranking already changed, not Pratham Vajrabandit. And the director of MCU also, he not associate, he professor. So please, here, be careful, because if you submit this one with the incorrect one, I think it's may problem to you forever. So be careful. And the third one, the table of the content. The table of the content, see the chapter 2, it's not make sense. Chapter 2 not make sense. The 2.2.1, you see the issue of education in IT. What does this mean? The issue of education. It should be the issue of the IT, right? The problem of IT, not the problem of education. The education is the problem from the IT. The IT make the problem to education, right? I am right. The issue of IT to education, IT to societal, our society, the IT to economy, something like that. It should be this one. This is the right term. And also the chapter 3. The chapter 3.4, the same problem with chapter 2 is not make sense. The healthy living practice to 7 factors of enlightenment. It's not make sense at all. Not make sense at all. What it should be? It should be the PHÄT practice to healthy living, not healthy living to PHÄT. How come the healthy living to PHÄT? It should be the PHÄT bring the healthy living, or leading to healthy livings, not healthy living leading the PHÄT. No, not at all. So this is not make sense. Whenever please check again. The same to the 3.5. 3.5 the same problem. And let's go to the next in your chapter 2. Number 2, Arokaya Paramalapa. Please check, okay, number 2, page number 2, the Pali wrong spelling, the Pali error. And page number 3, in terms of samadhi, this term appeared twice, The first one, samadhi, means mental discipline. Samadhi means this mental discipline. Can you see from the bottom line 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? Line 6 and 7, you see from the bottom, page number 3. Samadhi means mental doctrine. Mental disciplines. How come the samadhi refer to the mental disciplines? And also the line number from the bottom 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, the same term, samadhi. Yes, of course, here, samadhi refer to concentration. Samadhi refer to concentration, but the line number 6 and 7, samadhi refer to mental discipline. Samadhi refer mental discipline, samadhi refer to concentration. Which one right or wrong? So please check again, Venerable. And yes, go to the next serious point. Let me see which page number. Okay, just would like to comment your suggestion on 15. Okay, page 15. Please be careful in research methodology. Sometimes you mention the qualitative research. Sometimes the documentary research. Which one belong to your research? sometimes quality, sometimes documentary research. Which one aligns of your research methodology? Check it. That's one. The problem there. Yes. Let's go to see. Let me see the serious point. The serious point. Head number 81 onwards. Head number 81 onward, maybe chapter 3, this one. The meaning of physical health. The meaning of physical health and the meaning of mental health. Bodily health and mental health. In the detail, Panjasara, you mentioned only unhealthy. What you mentioned here, unhealthy the most, or unhealthy ours, not refer to the detail in healthies or physical healthies. In the detail, you see, almost mention unhealthy problem, not healthy. Exactly, you will as you decide, it should be healthy health, physical health. Sorry, physical health and mental health. But what you mentioned is unhealthy, like a 14 Jessica, right? The 14 Jessica, and yes, many problems there. Why not detail the healthy, physical healthy, or go directly to the physical healthy, mental healthy? No need to mention unhealthy, because there is a point separate from unhealthy and unhealthy. So I think it should be the detail in unhealthy is better. Maybe last. Okay, let's go to see last, and the past from this maybe a little bit problem. 181 the 16, what is this, the 16 doctrine, right? As you mentioned here, in the table, the researcher suggests, or the researcher study, this is the way to manage mental defilement or illness. But there is no the way. In 181, there is no the way, just only detail, just only the table. Where the ways? Where is the way? It should be the way, right? The way to reduce the mental defilements or illness. But just only the 60, this is the detail. There is no the way. So how can you make the table clearly on the way to reduce the mental defilements or the mental illness? Not only detail the 16 of the defilements here. I think it's not interested if like this, because it's already mentioned in any books about the 16 of this. How can you point the way to practice to reduce all of this in the table shortly? All right, this is the all of my comment and suggestion, just only the serious point. There is something I have mentioned in the research book. Let's after this, the researcher come to discuss and see the explanation again how to manage this problem. Okay, that's all my comment and suggestion. Most of the way, sir.
Okay, thank you very much for Chanantakon. Very good. You give the suggestion to student. He can improve his dissertation, become the best. I think so. I would like to invite Ajahn Sanu. Please give your commentation to student, please.
Thank you very much, respected most Venerable Chairman, and all of the committee, including Assistant Professor Dr. Mahāyanā, PFI as a co-advisor. Okay, we take co-responsible for the thesis. Okay, Venerable Panya Sara, you still good? Today you got a lot of good comments. Okay. To finalize your work to be perfect one. Okay, I think I love this one. I think it's quite good and quite practical to follow, and also it's the title is modern as well. It's modern because we are living in the information technology era. I think all of us need to read and follow your suggestion. Okay, I have just 3 small points. It's not big point. Let's start from the first one, abstract. I think abstract is all right. It's okay. I try to read you at the second paragraph. You on the 5th line, you mentioned about the 4 origins. I guess that you are mentioning about the samudhana, right? In Buddhism, okay? Kamma, Chitta, Utu, and Ahara. I think it's very, very nice for the readers to know if you put the Pali terms right after the 4 origins first, okay? And then later on, you can also put the Pali right after the each factor. For example, for the first one, you mentioned good kamma. I think you should use the English one, good action, and then put kamma Pali in the bracket. And you do the same way to the mind, yeah, the mind, chitta in the bracket. And then you mentioned about the good climate as well, and you put the utu or utu samudhana, and later on is ahara. You mentioned about the food, right? Something like that. Venerable Panyasara, okay, can you do that? Good. Okay. Well, that is the first one. The second one is that I think this is quite important because according to your total references, they are good, except one flawness. I think this is a big one, and it's not only happened to you, but it's happened to all the students. It's about to refer to the wrong version of the Pali one. I show you the page number 84. I will try to wrap it up really quick. Page number 84, the footnote number 32. Look carefully. You give the abbreviation. Okay, S should stand for the Samyutta Nikaya, right? And then the 4 Roman should stand for the 4th book of Samyutta Nikaya, right? The connected discourse of the Buddha. But what really weird is that 1279, this is the wrong page number. Okay, if you use the abbreviation, you need to know that all of the abbreviation, they supposed to be for the Pali language. Okay, so I have checked truly. Actually, you correct 50%. Yeah, the 1279 belongs to the English translation series. So this makes your work very easy. But you need to go back and check every single of them. Okay, can you do that for me? Because I give you the very good grade. Unless but with one condition, you need to rectify them. This is so important because there's a lot of us, your junior, will follow the wrong kind of, and it's going to be like butterfly effects, something like it will, at the final of the day, it will give the very big impact to the followers. Okay, so I already checked for you. According to the Pali one, the page number is 231. Okay, I will talk to you later on. I will help you. Okay, one by one today. Okay, something like that. How to make it one, something like that. Your solution is that since you have already the page number of the English translation page, so it's very easy. You go to that one, and at there you will find the Pali page as well. Okay, นะครับ Venerable Panyasara. Okay, good. Come to the last point. The last point is some additional point. I think that the most important doctrines or the practice ways, it should not only the physical or mental or body, mind that you presented, but you need to emphasize more on the wisdom. Are you agree with me? Wisdom, right? Because we're living to the world lacking of wisdom. There's a lot of, ignorance. So that you're going to suggest some way that strike into the core of the root of the, you were talking to the samudhana, something like that, root of the cause. I think the majority, the key concept, the key cause is people lacking of wisdom. You can add it to in the 3rd objectives. emphasize more on the wisdom. Okay, why I mentioned wisdom? Because as I read thoroughly your abstract, there is no single word of wisdom, but you have a lot of very good doctrines. Yeah, you just need to put some wisdom and make some edit to emphasize more on the wisdom. Okay, something like that, right? And if possible, I would love to request you to add the Kalama Sutta. Do you know the Kalama Sutta? Okay, the 10 ways of the Buddha that the Buddha suggests to the Kalama Kota, yeah, or Kesaputta Sutta. That how to deal 10 ways to deal with the information, something like that. I think the most suitable place for you to add up this small sutta is that maybe in the Dhamma Vicaya Pochanka, right? Because in Dhamma Vicaya Pochanka, the Buddha suggests us to use the wise consideration on the Dhamma research on the Dhamma, so you can add a little bit on the Kalama Sutta, something like that. Okay, I think this is very practical for general, sufferers who suffer themselves in the ocean of international information technological era. Okay, I think that is all for my suggestion. The work is very good. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Ajahn Sanu. Oh, Panjasala, today you are very lucky. You can get the very, very valued suggestion from many persons in our committee. For me, I have only a little bit, point to point, but I think no need to talk. Okay, you can read from my paper I will send to you. But now I sent to Tan Taiwan already, and you can call it from him. Okay. Okay, please say thank you to committee, please. Panjasala.
Yeah, thank you very much all the examination committee, especially thank you very much the most venerable from Vidrawi, the supervisor who are the Sanu and Ajahn also the who get me suggested or the member. Thank you very much all the Ajahn.
Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. Please, every member, please send your result of exam to Tan Taiwan. Okay. Okay. Next one, Venerable Vimala. Vimala, had you come already? Okay. Vimala come with anger. Are you ready, Vimala? Venerable? Why you show only your PowerPoint? I can't see your face. Ajahn Sanu.
Venerable Vimala, where are you? The chairman would like to see you. Are you here? You may have it.
I'm here, but I cannot open microphone.
Where are you?
Where are you, Vimala?
Oh, okay, I see him. Could you please turn on your camera, Venerable Achin Vimala? Venerable Achin. Okay, he's here, Ajahn.
Okay, Vimala. Oh, look like the Angulimala. Okay, please present your presentation.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear and see you too.
Yes. Good afternoon.
Okay.
Good afternoon, all the member of dissertation supervisory committee.
Good afternoon.
Yeah.
Yes. My name is
Vimala. Excuse me, Vimala. You have only 10 minutes, You
Yes.
please speak shortly. Okay.
Okay. This is my topic, a Buddhist psychological approach on anger management in the contemporary world.
Okay, go to your objectives. Objective,
This
please.
is
Yeah.
my objectives. The first objective is to examine general problem and this duration of anger is called anger therapy in the modern society according to psychology. Second objective is to study Buddhist teaching on anger as depicted in Buddhist scripture. That objective is to present a Buddhist psychological approach for anger management in the contemporary world.
Okay. Go to the conceptual framework. We have it. Okay, you talk about it.
This is the mind conceptual framework.
Yes.
First one is the objective one, and the second one is objective 2. This is the analysis and the synthesis. This is mind and a really conceptual framework. And that's my research process, input is process and output.
Okay, please go to conclusion. Okay. Conclusion. Go to the last chapter. Conclusion. Okay. Go, please. Next. Next, please. Please, next.
This is my conclusion.
Okay, okay. You can talk about chapter 5 a little bit. Okay.
Yes, yeah.
Conclusion. Discussion. Okay.
This is chapter 90 proposed and feed in my topic conclusion, discussion, and suggestions. In the conclusion, and based on the three objectives, and I write the conclusion, and then the discussion, I write based on the research question, the first question, the second question, and that's question. But that's one is the suggestion. Suggestions for further research, general suggestion in conclusion, suggestions for further research. This might be a suggestion. Okay. That is might chapter 5. And then,
okay. Thank you very much. You don't worry. I let you talk short because it's no need to talk longly, you know. Because you can today you come to present and listen the suggestion from committee. Okay, please stop your chair, please.
Yes.
Please.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, welcome. Okay, committee. We come back to see together again. Janamnath, please, you can give your suggestion or recommendation to us students.
Then you can stop your sharing.
Okay. Oh, I told you you don't stop. You don't stop. But the lady told you stop quickly.
Yes.
Why? Don't smile. Xiao. Please.
Vimala is gonna look.
Yes,
Vimala, look
Okay.
like Vimala.
Venerable Vimala is
yes.
your research proposal on and research process is the same. It's like a research process. It's like a Panasala.
Oh,
Yes.
Panasala. Yes.
Maybe you stay together to do this research. Anything is okay about the contents which you search in every step. You have the more information can use from the angle. There's about the situation, a problematic situation of anger, and explore the Buddhist teaching on anger in Buddhist scripture, and present the Buddhist psychologist. You use a psychological approach. That means use the psychology and Buddhist together. It's a Buddhist psychological. For the abstract, you can present is the first one. My best anger problematic situation is okay. Behavioral and cognitive restrictive method is effective to anger management. Buddhist teaching is okay, and the way the Buddhist psychology approach for anger have a three section: for purity, positive thought, and wisdom. It's okay. Maybe complete. When we read like this, it's complete. But when we go to the in the framework, in the page number 17 to 19, when you talk about the research process and experiment, it's not cover about the step which you use. But the first step is examine chromatic situation. Is documentary and interview is okay, and explore Buddhist teaching, documentary and interview. It's the same of the Panasala. It's not clear about the interview. You have the question is 6 like the Panasala, and you have the 8 score for interview. But which question you use for the first step, and how many key information you use in that? When you present the data information, it's look very good, have contents anything, but it's not clear about which form documentary and which form the interview. Maybe in footnote you present the interviewer is interviewee is like a Ajahn Sanu, like a Ajahn okay, like Sompong, like this you have sure. But I don't know how many information which you use in the first step.
Called key information.
And how many information you use in the second step? I don't know. It's not clear about that. Then back up to the page number 17 and 19. You clear about the step of the research methodology. Please clear in that step. Especially in the third step, you talk about discussion. When you set the Buddhist psychology approach for anger management, you have this figure. In the step number 5, you said have a discussion. Discussion is for feasibility checking, but do not present about this. Who in the key information for group discussion in this step, right? Please share and profile about this. Like in this picture, it's clear about the research process. Step number 1, yes, you use interview at scholar. And in the second step, explore Buddhist teaching. Okay, you use again as information in informant, but I don't know who is the key informant. Not clear about this. And I think the key information in the first step and the second step is different, not the same group. You will come and expand about this more. And for the third step, the researcher create Buddhist psychological approach for anger management by using result from step number 1 and step number 2. You use the psychology anger therapy, anger management based on Buddhist teaching, mixed together to have the process of Buddhist psychological approach. And for gut group discussion, this is not clear. Who is the I point out about the 5 specialists, but I don't know how many specialists which you use like this feasibility check the process. Clear about this more in the research process. It will make your research be completely about that. And the last one about the figure in the page 197, figure 4.5, you have a conceptual model for anger management. I approve by this picture. You start from the input. Input means my best anger. Have a 2 source, assertive, verbal. behavioral, social conflicts, violence, and war. This is maybe outside. Inside has the assistive like this behavioral. Then this is the input, is a question, is a problem situation from here. And the process, psychological base, psychological base is samadhi, psychological base is vajra. The act of behavioral change, cognitive change, reconstruction again, and rational attention, mindfulness meditation. This is a method, main method. And the first method is to make a relaxation communication. And the second method is a detection of automatic touch, identification of cognitive distortion. It's a substitution positive touch. And the last one, best vajra, is to have a wisdom. By this process, it's a Buddhist psychological this, is a make output right, release anger. After release anger, you have a peace and happiness. This is step like it's occur by the input process, output and outcome like this. It's maybe make understand more than the figure which you present on the page number 197. This is my suggestion about this. You can make clear about the research methodology. It will make it completely up in your research work. It's okay?
Okay.
Yes.
Ashimi Mala, you go with my idea like this.
Yes, thank you, Professor.
Yeah. You can again my idea. Have something.
Yes, I got you.
Okay. Then okay. Thank you so much for the chairman.
Okay, thank you, Ajahn Damnat. Maybe Vimalai has the coughing, I think so. Maybe he can in the throat like that. He cannot talk in loudly. Okay. Ajahn Praved, please come to give your suggestion, please.
Chairman, Metavinirot, for me,
Ajahn Praved, I'm so sorry. You call me from Metavinirot, but Ajahn Sanu student, all students call me Metavi, like that.
Metavi. Without Nairot.
Metavi, look like the lady name.
Okay, for me, I would like to suggest some point. I think that your work very good, and you can improve according to Associate Professor Dr. Amnas. For me, please, first of all, you ought to check abstract, check grammar again before you finish your volume. This research work. And second, I would like to suggest. Page number 20, 1.9 advantage expected to obtain from the research. Now you show only three advantage. 1, 2, 3, okay. And we would like to suggest you ought to add number 4 about reason of research work. About reason of the what is benefit of the reason of research work? You ought to show also benefit. You can use for any institution or any person. You keep in the page in number 4. Page number 20. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I think that you make it very good. In chapter 2, you review literature. Okay, I think I agree with Dr. Amnat. And chapter 3, Buddhist teaching of anger. Okay, I agree with Dr. Amnat also. When you refer document, you ought to write a footnote and bring from footnote write in bibliography. Also, some footnote, I think that you omit, don't write in bibliography. And chapter 4, you I think that your work is very good also, and you ought to improve according to Dr. Amnat. In chapter 5, conclusion, discussion, no comma behind finish discussion. Conclusion, okay, comma, discussion, no comma, and suggestion. In discussion, page number 208. When you refer reason of research work such as you refer Kassinov and Tarab, but you don't write in review literature. This review this reference you don't review in review literature. And the last line, page number 208 also. This decision was in line with the concept of Ekman. Ekman, I check in review literature. I don't see Ekman, so that you ought to show Ekman in review literature also. And last point, bibliography. Please check format for writing bibliography. Write how to write first name, second name, first name, write full second name in short second name. You check. And when you refer article, you ought to write page number also, such as page number 273. Thomas Rook Scott Hell Horn. The name of article and American Journal of Hospital, but you don't show page number. Which page number to page number you ought to write also, so that you write biography about article. You ought to write page number, which number to which number you write also. You check for format for writing biography also. Okay, my suggestion finished. Thank you very much, Chairman.
Okay, thank you very much,
Professor, for your very great suggestion.
Thank you very much. Okay, Brahmanandakon, please give your suggestion, please.
Okay, thank you, most venerable chair.
Welcome,
Good afternoon, Vimon, Vimala.
Good afternoon, Ajahn. Yes.
Okay. Appreciate on your work has been done almost good, very good. This work. I appreciate on any chapter that you introduction, right?
Yes.
Chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, you keep a little bit introduction before you go to the focus. Any subchapter, this better. This is better way the student should do. Not go directly to the detail. It should be introduced. This good. I already suggest you before. And also you keep the summary after the chapter done. You keep a small summary there. Is better. Yeah, it's good. This is what I would like to tell you. This is I'm happy on this to see this work. Okay, let's go to see some small point. Just some small point. Okay, acknowledgement check again in terms of the ranking of the director. Director, go to check again. Okay, that was very important. It doesn't mean it's not important. It's important. And then I think this term, chapter 3, I think is better. You see the chapter 3, yeah, your table of content. I think it should be the Buddha teaching, not Buddhist teachings. The Buddha's teaching is better, not the Buddhist teaching. The Buddha's teaching as depicted in the Buddhist scripture, not Buddhist teaching in the Buddhist scripture. It should be the Buddha's teaching. This is better. Okay, then go to the not too much serious point, just only a little bit that to make your works complete. Okay, go to the page number 83. The terminology analysis the term of anger of tusa root, right? See the Pali term tusatiti toso, right? You see the meaning of anger in the Buddhist scripture, just only the Pali term problem. Please break the term, okay? Not tusatiti toso, it should be tusatiti and break or tap once. It's not the same term, it should separate the terms. And then go to page number 92. Page number 92, this 92 refer to 90s. You see 90 and 92, some term that different definition that you mentioned in the 90s. The 92 different from 90. It's the same term, but why its definition different? The term patika, you see, in the 92 patika mean, what does this mean? Repugnance, right? But the 90 patika, you give the definition is awareness, right? Aversion, how the aversion and repugnance, this is the same term of patika, but why is definition difference? Okay, check it again. And in terms of ill will, it should be hyphen, right? Ill hyphen and will, not break the term. It should be the same term. Ill will, keep the hyphens. And okay, just here, I think it is a big point. The page number 93. Page number 93 in terms of the causal factors. The causal factor of anger. In terms of the causal factor of anger according to Abhidhamma, Isamatchariya Kukuja. This is the point that you focus as the causal factor of dosa. Isamatchariya Kukuja. Exactly, the Isamatchariya Kukuja, they are the same group of the Tosa, you know. Tochatukajirasika 4, right? The group of the mental factor headed by Tosa or anger. It's not the cause. It's not a causal. How the Isamatchariya Kukuja is a causal factor to make Tosa arise. This is the big point. Just only here that I have seen. This is the big point. The big point that you should consider again. And exactly, in terms of the causal factor, why don't you focus the two causal factors? Inner causal factor and outer causal factors to arise the Tosa. I think only two is enough. In terms of inner, what the inner? I have seen you mentioned here the moha, right? The moha, the moha is the root cause to arise the Tosa. This is right. This is one right, not Isamatchariya Kukuja. Because Isamatchariya Kukuja is the same group of the Tosa. They are the same. The moha, yes, the biggest one. Moha arise to cover the Tosa and Lopa arise, right? Is covered. This is the right. It should be the inner causal factors. And what about the outer causal factors? Only two factors you focus in terms of the 3.3.1. Two factors. Inner causal factor and outer causal factor is enough. Is enough. No need to focus more. This is enough. Okay, this is the biggest problem that I have seen is not clear in terms of the causal problem of the anger. Apart from this, just only a little bit point. Let's see or meet together after the today finish, the definition finish. Try the time to take this book and see what I comment and suggestion and I explain to you for being clear. Both of you, okay, Panya Sarah and Vimala, to the right direction or to be complete of your words. That's all my comment and suggestion, most venerable chairperson.
Okay, thank you, Hanatakon. Very good. You give the real the suggestion to student. And the last one for team of advisor, Dr. Sanu, please give your comment to student, please.
Thank you very much. And what BCI, the background behind you, stand for?
นวัตกรรมพูดเข้าใจรู้เลิศ
Oh, okay. It's very nice. Venerable Vimala, you have a good friend.
Yes.
And Venerable Panyasara, right? You are in the same class, right? You are classmate.
Yes.
I know that you are so close. You are good friends because I can see some common writing. They are the same between your dissertation and him. There are many things that match. Yeah. So, okay, that's okay. Yeah. Very good for you. Then I appreciate your work. I think it's one thing I love most is that your chapter 4 is very clear in terms of the integration between the method of anger therapy. Yeah, in psychology. You mentioned earlier in the chapter 2, right? And then you mix up and created newly to the chapter 4. I think this is very good. Comprised of three approach. The first approach is a behavioral changing, right? You believe that in order to change one's behaviors in terms of mental action and verbal action, no, not mental, verbal and action, bodily action. One need to practice the sila, right? And then concentration is the mental factor or mental action. Okay, and you put for point 3, put this wisdom approach as the panya-based approach. Okay, I have questions. In order to practice according to your suggestion, okay, Buddhist psychological approach for anger management, which one amongst the 3 suggested approach, which one that you think is the most important?
Well, for 3 important.
Behavioral changing approach, cognitive restructuring. The third one is Buddhist wisdom approach. Which one?
Wisdom, I guess.
Wisdom?
The most important.
Really?
Yes, we got original attention only from this color. And that's my focus. Yes.
Okay, good reason. Have you mentioned in the chapter 4 or anywhere?
Yeah.
If yes, can you show me? If you wrote, can you show me where is it? Because if you still did not write it, I will ask you to put.
And I will shoot PowerPoint.
Whatever you just answer me that amongst the 3 approach.
Yes.
Okay? The third approach called the wisdom approach is the most important.
Yes.
This and that. Have you ever mentioned? If yes, can you show me the page number? If not, I'm going to ask you to put it. So yes or no?
So, Ajahn, can I shoot my PDF file? Or?
Sorry?
Can I shoot my PDF file or PowerPoint?
I cannot hear you properly. Can you choose what?
Yes, and I mean that. Can I shoot the PDF file or PowerPoint?
You know, it doesn't matter. Okay, whether you write it or not yet. Okay, but my point is that make sure, okay, I'm going to ask you to finalize again and make sure that you emphasize which one amongst the three approach is the most important for the readers. They can practically follow you. Okay, this is very important. Yeah. Or is it necessary for them to follow in order? And what order? From Sila, Samadhi, and Panya, or the Panya back to, in the same way as the Buddha suggests in the Noble Eightfold Path, right? The Buddha did not begin with the group of Sila, right? He began instead the group of Panya, Samadhi, Sammasankappa, something like that. So what is your reason? I just want you to analyze and put it. Okay?
Yes.
Okay, that is all for me. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very much. But for me, I have the 2 points, but a little point. No problem. I will send the paper to office the same. Okay. Wimala.
Yes.
Say thank you to committee, please.
Yes. Thank you for the member of committee team, especially my supervisor, Ajahn Sandu, and my member, Brahmananda Gaur, because they gave me invaluable suggestions for my dissertation trip. Thank you all. Yes.
Wimala, you have to say thank you to the beautiful lady too, because she showed her face already. Pure,
yes, thank you, Miss Chuchu.
Now she is the official in office,
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you very
much. A special thanks. But the last one, Father Daniel Massa. Okay, Chan Daniel. Okay. Okay. Are you
Good
ready?
afternoon.
Finally.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, I saw you stay in the Zoom a long time now.
Chan, Father is really someone, he is very high. He is a translator, and he worked closely with many top patriots, right?
Oh, okay, I see. Okay. It's the time of your. Please, you can present your presentation to the committee, please.
Yes. First of all, good afternoon, and I want to greet the most venerable chairman and members of the examination committee, and also the supervisory committee, and my fellow students. Okay. So my dissertation is about a Buddhist-Muslim partnership model for strengthening solidarity in the local community, a case study of Thait Subdistrict, Pakret District, Nonthaburi Province, Thailand. Why I chose this topic? Because, well, first of all, there have been, in the last 20 years, conflicts between Buddhists and Muslims in Thailand. And then also because many times religion is seen as a tool, forceful tool in the construction of exclusivist identities. So it's seen in a bad way, as instead of creating peace, they create obstacles to peace. And then also because I've been staying in and visiting the Thait sub-district for 12 years, and especially the abbot of Thait Buddhist temple shared some concerns about monks of his temple that sometimes are ridiculed by the Muslim people. And so we asked, what can we do together? And then finally, also there is a notable gap in the academic literature about Buddhist-Muslim interaction in central Thailand. So often they speak about the southern Thailand and always about conflicts and bombs, but never about good relationships. So the three objectives of my research were to study community solidarity and the factors for strengthening solidarity between Buddhists and Muslims in Thait, then to design, implement, and evaluate and follow up a Buddhist-Muslim partnership program for strengthening community solidarity in the Thait sub-district, and to present a conceptual model of Buddhist-Muslim partnership for strengthening community solidarity. And these were my research questions. So what was my conceptual framework? First of all, I studied community solidarity between Buddhists and Muslims in Thait. So I had a documentary study, some questions, and visiting the community of Ta'it. So field study, observation, participation, and analysis and conclusions. And what was the purpose now? Was first of all to understand the context and solidarity situation in Ta'it, to see the strengths and the weak points, and also to see if was there a need really to strengthen solidarity, or the situation was already good. No? And the second point was factors for strengthening community solidarity between Buddhists and Muslims. So what are the theoretical principles that can strengthen solidarity between two different religious traditions, two different religious communities? And here I based myself on documentary study, especially principles and theories of multiculturalism in Southeast Asia and Thailand, and Islamophobia, so the problem of hatred against Muslims in Southeast Asia and Thailand, Buddhist-Muslim relations in Southeast Asia and Thailand, community solidarity, and also Buddhist and Muslim doctrines on dialogue, then dialogue with key informants, analysis and conclusion. So after gathering all the theoretical principles and starting from the field, I tried to design a Buddhist-Muslim partnership activity for strengthening community solidarity in Ta'it through workshops with specialists. Then I implemented this program, and we evaluated it and follow up. And finally, after implementing the program, we tried to draw some conclusions and created this model that can be used also in other areas. With regards to the research methodology, to achieve the 3 objectives, the research methodology is organized into 6 key sections. So the first one uses, the research uses a qualitative approach, as the focus is on understanding human behavior and the reasons that govern such behavior. And I used also an action research method that is structured on planning, acting, observing, and then reflecting, so that we can plan again in a better way. And the population samples and key informants, as I said, now it was a case study of the Ta'it sub-district. It is near the Kokret area, and especially the 10 village clusters. And the 5 key informant groups they have selected for a total of 10 individuals, were 5 Buddhists and 5 Muslims. And mostly there were 4 youths that with which we had the activity, and then 2 religious leaders, so the Imam of Ta'it Mosque and the abbot of Ta'it Mosque, a Buddhist government official and service provider, and a Muslim community leader, and then finally 2 field experts, Praprom Senabodi and Ajahn Lutfi, a Muslim, very famous Muslim in southern Thailand. I went to Patani to meet him. And then to achieve its comprehensive objectives, the research employs a diverse array of qualitative methods, such as documentary research, semi-structured and unstructured interviews, participant observations, and also the in-depth interviews were subjected to an examination of IOC by 4 experts. So what is the new body of knowledge? First of all, it contradicts the view, my dissertation contradicts the view of religions as divisive in Southeast Asia. So the dissertation highlights how religious values, especially starting from the Ta'it sub-district, may act as a unifying force, fostering community strength and cohesion. So it depends on how we use the values, but religions can help also to foster community strength. Then also, it provides an up-to-date analysis of Buddhist-Muslim relations in central Thailand. Then it introduces a practical model for strengthening community solidarity. And finally, the dissertation analyzes the nuanced impact of familial, ethnic, especially religious, national and socioeconomic ties on community dynamics. What are the results? So first of all, community solidarity is perceived to be strong among older generations in Ta'it, where there is a notable disconnect with the youth. So the problem is that the youth, they do not really feel the desire, the wish to entertain relationships with other religions. Furthermore, even against the backdrop of existing harmony, it emerged that initiatives promoting interfaith interactions are limited, often restricted to special events such as the King birthday. So there are some activities, but sometimes they are limited. And also it lacks depth and continuity in contemporary times. So it was shown that if we want to have a cohesive social texture, no, and also if we want religions to be to help the peace processes, there must be also continuity and depth. And then the consensus was that engaging the youth was crucial, not only to educate them about interfaith relationship, but also to provide them with opportunities to live out their faith's value in daily life. So not just to bring Buddhist youth and Muslim youth together to work, to visit the sick people of Ta'id, but also to let them see how their religious values were involved when they were helping other people together. And then also our documentary investigation highlights the critical role that ethnic, religious, and nationalist and familial connection play in fortifying community solidarity across Southeast Asia. Basically, the idea was, it seems a contradiction, but it's very interesting. Community solidarity, does it help or is it an obstacle to peace? In my dissertation, I have discovered that if what we call the bonding social capital, what brings a group together, if it is very strong and so strong that it does not allow the people to meet with other groups that is bridging social capital, then it becomes an obstacle. For instance, if Muslims are very united among themselves, but they do not open up to others, or like also maybe in our university, we have the experience of maybe Mahayana monks and Theravada monks. So if each group is very united, but it's not open to the other, then there is a problem. So the importance is, yes, it's important to be united, but also to be open to other groups. Then also, it was very interesting to draw a kind of list of principles, religious principles, both from Buddhism and Islam, related to interreligious dialogue. So what are the Buddhist principles and what are the Muslim principles, Islamic principles that can help the interreligious faith process?
Excuse me,
and finally,
Father Daniel,
yes.
You left
Yes.
3 minutes, please.
Yeah, I finished.
Okay.
And finally, I have drawn a partnership model, which is based in 4 points. So the first is the foundation of partnership. The second is the engagement and interaction in the local community. Then there is a part that has reflection and growth as its main point. So what is the result of our common interfaith interaction and how can we grow together? And finally, sustainability and improvement. So we need also to sustain those activities a long time now and improve them. Okay.
Okay, thank you very much, Father Daniel. You can stop on time. Okay, you over 1 minute. Okay. Okay. I would like to invite, okay, Jamnat, please give your suggestion to Father Daniel.
Okay, thank you so much. So what about this? Okay. Good afternoon, Father Daniel. See you again. Yeah, it's a congratulations. This I would like to say this dissertation. Your work is the best practice of the dissertation about the PhD program. This is why I say like that, because the format of your research is have completely about you when you decide the program, you have implement, you have evaluate and show off the output and the outcome is more than a lot. This is maybe the sample of the good one of the dissertation. It's like this. I have only two things to have a suggestion about that. When you it's completely about the page number 13 as a research process, right? And it's in the page number 14 to 16. It's would you please to explain about in the chapter number 3, research methodology, have a 5-step, like in the page number 14 to 16, because in the first, what about in the chapter number 3, you talk in the part of the process is some section has already talk about the 3 objectives, but in not cover about the step which you use, like in the page number 14 to 16, like that. Very clear. You said step number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. This very, very is clearly. It's like that's if you explain in the chapter 3, like the 5 step is to declare about the 3 objective. Is very, very good one, like that. This is one section. Is and the second about the model. Because it's in the page number 160. It's the 160. If you can decide, it's there's a conceptual model like this in the page number 160, like this, to be there's what the Q's model is design is a very I don't know what have a designing is a what you call it's a model like the figure. It have the factor and coordinate together like this. Maybe set from the first one, set from the program, set from the process, and set for the output of like this, and make the beautiful model like this. Not only is in the page number 5 or 6, make the beautiful one models like that. Can you decide like that? Maybe makes the very completely in this research. Anything all is have the good contents, and in the every step is more clear, and maybe for the what how to just you see today is the discussion of the other is not clear about the process and not clear about the from startup and to the finishing like that. But this cover anything, decide and implement and follow up and have evaluate anything. This is very, very good one. This thanks you for your good research like this. Is clearly for anything who read this work. It's a good one. Okay, this is only my suggestion. I like this one.
Okay, thank you very much, Nat. Oh, you cheer up the child, Father Fanel. He smile away. He's really happy. Oh, I agree with you, Nat. Okay, because first when I did the dissertation of Daniel, I cannot find out the long point, but I read the second time. Okay, I have only one point. It is not long point, but it's the point to improve your Father Daniel to be the best. Okay, Ajahn Pravet, please give your suggestion to Father Daniel.
Okay. Good evening, Pramita Vinirot, Chairman, and
good afternoon. Good evening.
On
okay,
committee.
Evening. Yeah.
Father and And yes, Masad, I think that your discussion is very complete and it's very good one. Now I would like to suggest some point for complement your dissertation. Chapter 1, page number 8, 1.6, review of related literature and research work. When you review literature and research work, you ought to use review literature to support in discussion in chapter 5 also. But I read in chapter 5 about discussion. You don't refer review literature. This I think that if you make this clear, your discussion is very nice, very good. Okay, page number 167. The topic 1.5 point discussion of the research reason. You show your reason of research, but you don't show related review literature. So if you write review literature to support your reason of research, I think that very good. Okay, and the last point, bibliography. You check format again because some lists such as page number 178. You write D after I Keda before track I before you write before D. You check and forbid also. And author detail. I think that you are make it very good. Both methodology and content also. Thank you very much, Chairman.
Okay, thank you very much, Ajahn Pravet. Ajahn Sanu, I ask you today, Ajahn Pramahapun, he has come or not?
He is coming, Ajahn, just right in time. Because we
I just see him.
Yeah, okay. Pre-schedule. Okay, he is in.
Good evening, Ajahn Phượng ครับ
อาจารย์พระมหาเผื่อนครับมาพอดีเลยพอดีเราสอบเร็วอาจารย์ครับ
On time.
ครับ
Not quick, not fast. Okay, Ajahn Sanu, you can give your comment.
Okay ครับ
Further
Yeah, I'm so happy to hear a lot of commentators. They like your work. Now you can give yourself a smile, okay? I have no more suggestion, but just one of my curiosity. According to this model, okay, can you turn to the page 1, 2, 3? The figure 4.1. Why is so beautiful? Why do they so beautiful? Have you created by yourself? The structure of bonding social capital among close unit groups, and they are like a group looks model. 2 of them. Have you created by yourself?
Which page?
Yes.
Yes, really?
Yes, I created by myself.
Yeah, I don't know how to do this. Maybe you can help me with my research. Figure, yeah?
Oh, there is a website that you can use to create models and charts. Yes.
Okay, you use that website
online.
To create
yes,
this.
Yes, online.
You did not copy from others, right? At first, I thought that it does not belong to you. It's belong to you, right?
Yes.
Very good. So I have the good suggestion for you that Ajahn Amnat, Ajahn Amnat asked you about the model. I think if you can do this to your final model, it would be the most sustainable and desirable things we should, okay? The page number 160.
Yes.
To me, I think you can do better than this, right? this is is fine, but if you use that same model to create the final to keep that look at the same look at, I think Ajahn will love this. Yeah, and me too.
Yes.
I have this only suggestion. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
About the research review at MCU in the Buddhist psychology department have 2 or 3 research work for you. You can search for me that. And in the South have many research about the cultural Buddhist and Muslim. You can find out about that. Okay, thank you so much.
I agree. I think you need to add some more because I think a little bit less on the research. Okay, that is all for my suggestion.
I just know would you please to use the research work of Father Daniel to be the example for the other student in PhD because they complete in the every step like that.
Okay,
thank you, sir.
Please, Ajahn Phuyen, give your suggestion to student Father Daniel, please.
It started already, right, sir?
You can start right now, please.
So I come so late.
No problem. A little bit.
Okay.
No,
so
not late because everyone waiting for you only.
Okay. So actually not that much, sir. So I have many chance to discuss with Father Daniel. So we exchange our ideas. So generally when I read his dissertation, I satisfied with his job. So I think nothing more for a suggestion that I generally I satisfy, sir.
Okay. You have no suggestion?
I think no, sir.
Okay. And no comment too?
Yes, no comment.
Thank you very much. Okay. For me, Father Daniel, I don't told you, but I don't to your advisor, Dr. Sanu. I think this dissertation it will be the best or in the world class dissertation if it had the chapter outline in every chapter, or at least the 2, 3, 4, 5 chapter should have the chapter outline, and the chapter 5 it should have the discussion too. Okay. I have not a little bit discussion and suggestion should check and read again for improving it. It is not the long point, Father Daniel, but I would like to help you improve your dissertation, become the best. Okay, like this.
So discussion and what else should be improved?
Yeah, because the discussion it have the 3 steps.
Okay.
First step, you have to show your result of research. After that, you should have your explanation about that result of research. And the last point, you have to talk about you have to refer the academic work, another one, to support result of research. Okay, you can talk with your advisor, Dr. So he can understand well. Okay.
Okay.
Ajahn, most venerable chairperson, may I have some quick opportunity to express something?
For what?
Okay. Well, based on the big compliments given from the committees, I would like to convey my appreciation to all of you. Firstly, to my co-advisor, Venerable Phuyen, for this devotion, and also some of the knowledge, majority of knowledge adopted from the committees in the past, such as Ajahn Amna and also the chairperson to what me Vinay, some of the comments coming from Ajahn Praved in Thongpan. So it is the researcher can be this perfect. It's because of you guys, and also the researcher himself. I think this is not just an easy work because the researcher he's been working in this really field and he faced a lot of problems and something like that. So that's why he can do it as this good. Thank you very much for everyone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. Okay, Father Daniel, please say thank you to committee, please.
Yeah. So thank you so much, most venerable chairman and all the members of the examination committee and also the supervisory committee, especially Ajahn Sano and Mahapurana. As Ajahn Sano said, it was not easy to do that, but because also of their help and encouragement, I was able to finish. So thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Okay, welcome.
Yeah.
Okay. And the ending point has come already now. As the chairman of this committee, I would like to say thanks so much to everyone, the member of committee, the students, and the audience who come to with us in this program. And I would like to say thank you to the pretty girl who is the official of IBSC today. And I hope the next time we can see her and everyone again. So I would like to read everyone pay homage to the Buddha gem now. Different gem, okay. Please. Arahang Samma Sambuddho Bhagava Buddhang Bhagavantang Abhivademi Sawakhato Bhagavata Dhammo Dhammang Namasami Supatipanno Bhagavato Sāvaka Saṅgho Saṅghang Namami. Okay, may all happy and smile away. Look like Father Daniel.
อาจารย์เมธาวินัยร้อนจันทร์อาจารย์ประเวศเขื่อนครับขอบคุณมากครับ
โอเคสา
พร
ธุ
อาจารย์
สาธุสาธุ
เห็นบอกว่า5 โมงก็เลยใกล้5 โมงเข้ามาอันนี้5 โมงก็เลิกกันแล้ว
ครับผม
อาจารย์เผื่อนมาช้าอีก2 นาทีโปรแกรมปิด
นี่ขนาดมาก่อนเวลา10 นาทีแล้วเนี่ย
อาจารย์อำนาจ
มาก
ลับ
ไม่ทัน
เพชรบุรีหรือว่าอยู่ที่เพชรบุรีตอนนี้
พอดีฝนกำลังมาเลยเดี๋ยวไอ้อินเทอร์เน็ตไม่เสถียรอีกจบพอดี
โอเค
ฝนมาครึ้มเลยครับเพชรบุรีเนี่ย
โอเค see you
ครับผมขอบคุณครับ
ครับ
เริ่มอยู่ครับ
อาจารย์สวัสดีสวัสดีอาจารย์ประเวศนะอาจารย์ครับ
อาจารย์ประเวศโชคดีอาจารย์
Congratulations Father Frank อีกFather Daniel อีกครั้งครับ
Recording
Thank you so
stopped.
much. ขอบคุณ
โอเค
Congratulations to หลวงพ่อ ไปแล้ว Congratulations นะครับน่าจะเรียบร้อยนะโอเคครับ มาให้กำลังใจอย่างเดียว
แฟนเอาผลงานวิจัยของไอ้มุสลิมอยุธยาให้ Father Frank Father Daniel ด้วยนะ
ได้ฮะ
Okay, then let me end the.
Thank you time you come
โฮสต์แล้ว
พี่โย
Yes, Ajahn, how are
Thank you
you?
time you come
หาช่องปิดไม่เจอเลยโฮสต์โอเครีบแล้วโอเคเจอแล้ว
See you, Ajahn.